Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Y'all to put y'all hands together. We got Mr. PJ Williams. I want y'all, the great Saint Think Tank. This is DJ Q in the building. I want to give a shout out to a true Kentucky Fried player in his own right. I want y'all to put it together for PJ Williams. PJ Williams, that's right, fam. PJ Williams, he's back, man. Put y'all hands together. Put your hands together for PJ. That's right. Come on. We got his theme music ready, yelling. He's saying he's back, y'all. PJ Williams, put your hands together. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Put y'all hands together. Come on. I know y'all love it. Come on now. I know y'all love chicken. Come on now. Who don't like rotisserie chicken? Come on. Who don't like barbecue chicken? Come on, come on, come on, come on, put it together, y'all. Put y'all hands together for a true player from the Himalayas. He's yelling, he's saying he's back. PJ Williams, y'all, let's celebrate this. Come on, PJ Williams, he's back, y'all. PJ, and don't forget P-Rob. P-Rob ain't get cut, so PJ and P-Rob are back together, y'all. Put it together, put it together. That's right, y'all, that's right. Come on, give a big thumbs up. DJ Q in the building, y'all. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Cause he's alright. Come on, come on. And not only PJ, but Patrick Robinson is PJ Williams, y'all. Come on. Y'all celebrate with me. Come on now, y'all. Let's make it. He's back. That's right. PJ Williams, you got the theme music for PJ, y'all. He telling y'all that he's back. So celebrate, sing with me. Yeah. Clap your hands together. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. PJ Williams, he's telling y'all he's back. The theme music and live effects, man, we celebrating. PJ telling you he's back for another year in the Big Easy. Come on, man, y'all wasn't waiting for this one, was y'all? Y'all didn't think I was gonna come at y'all like this. It's all right, he's back. And also Patrick Robinson, don't forget, cause Patrick Robinson, he's back too now. And listen, rumors on the street, King Crawley's is coming back too, y'all. Yeah. Who loves barbecue chicken, y'all? Who likes rotisserie chicken? Come on, man. Who likes some good baked chicken? Come on, y'all. Stir-fried chicken, who don't like that, fam? Come on now. Y'all stop that hating out there and enjoy the fact that PJ Williams is back. Oh man, y'all never know what I'm gonna do to y'all family. Y'all don't know what y'all in for when y'all hit that damn button, do y'all? Y'all don't know what y'all in for when y'all hit that button, man. Y'all don't know what y'all in for, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Don't be hating on PJ Williams. Don't you dare hate on PJ Williams. Celebrate PJ Williams' success as he comes back for another team. Don't make me spin that theme music on your ass again. Much love to the great Saint Tank. We in the building, man. Thursday special opening up with a bit of levity. And that is, of course, the new theme song by PJ Williams called I'm Back. And he letting y'all know, and he's celebrating his backness. He is back to the team. So, man, PJ Williams is in the building, man. Y'all put it together. Get a round of applause, PJ Williams. Come on now, don't be stingy with your applause. Come on now, clap. Come on, digitally clap. Come on, put it together for PJ Williams, y'all. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't hate. Don't hate. Appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Put it together for PJ Williams. Don't hate, appreciate. Don't do that. Don't you dare do that. Celebrate PJ Williams coming back. Come on. Who don't like some good chicken? Who don't like good rotisserie? Come on, clap for it. Come on. Y'all clap, digitally clap. Come on, family. Let's celebrate this. Celebrate. Put y'all hands together and clap. Who don't like barbecue chicken? Who don't like rotisserie chicken? Who don't like baked chicken? Who don't like stir-fried chicken? Oh, man. Man, welcome to the show, family. Much love to y'all. Stop messing with y'all here. Big ups to the family members in the building. Thank y'all for another installment of the Great Saint Tank. And like I always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. I'm Big Q chiming in, also known as DJ Q for this episode. And we talking a little Saints news and notes on this Thursday. I hope you guys are having a spectacular Thursday. If you didn't, I hope my little intro gave you some laughs. So, so with that being said, man, let me get to the roll call and give some shots out. D's Nuts in the building. Oh, D's Nuts are in the building. All right. Okay, you got it, bro. There you go. I gave you a shout out. All right, big ups to you. KK504 and 44 lady in the building as well. Much love to you, baby. Jasper Bowden, who that to you? Jared Paul Jr., who that to you? The Muffin Man. Do we sign Richard Sherman? Odds are they're saying that the Saints are one of the top contenders in there as well. So big ups to you as well. Gabriel Thomas, who that to you? Simply Tasha, what's up, Tasha? Who that to you? And Big Sean, Kai the Great 84, what's happening, fam? Much love to you as well. Brian Pearson, who that to you? Young City Night Ward, who that to you? Marco Watson, who that to you? Skittle Q, what's up, fam? Big ups to you. Says, why the Saints 2 million going down the drain? Oh, don't hate, appreciate. You know, come on. PJ's back, man. Don't make me spin that theme music again. Smallville, who that to you? Big ups to you, fam. Ferd 318, who that to you? What's up, fam? Kai says, that's AZ. I know. See, Kai, you pretty astute with that. Now, a lot of people wouldn't have remembered that, man. You got to be a hip-hop man to remember that one. There you go. So you know where my era at. Kenny Sutton, who that to you as well, brother Jerry. He ain't too happy with that. What's up, Ramsey? Who that to you? CT Crusher. What's up, fam? GM Kev. What's up, fam? Big ups to you as well. Let's see what else we got to think right down here. We got my dog Revolt in the building. What's up, Revolt? Big ups to you, fam. Much love to you and Yearns as well. Y'all crazy, man. Oh, man. What's up, Morgan? Who that to you? Madge Prom. Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat as well. Darrell Freeman. What's up, Darrell? Who that to you as well? Jonathan Wilson. Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in the chat. All right. Who else we got? What's up, Damien? Who that to you? Damien cracked up over there. Josh Go 23. Who that to you, fam? John Williams. Who that to you? Big ups to you. RG. What's up, fam? Big ups to you as well. Who that to you? All right. Sad Scott. Let's see what else we got as well in the building. Y'all are some funny guys. Y'all funny, man. Y'all excellent, man. Y'all just too funny, man. Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate it. She says, Q, you know you crazy for that, but the music was fire. Thank you. You know, I'm known to entertain a time or two. You know, appreciate that. Thank you for your super chat there, Tasha. Much love. What's up, Chirac? Who that to you, fam? Much love to you as well. Appreciate you. All right, much love. Seabrook Fishing Sinkers, what's up, fam? Who that to you? Ice Cream Man 504, what's up, fam? Who that to you? Nola Origin, what's up, fam? Good to see you in the chat. Who that to you as well? Much love, man. Ramsey says, Q, just for your information, That theme song been stuck in my head a week. Okay. I mean, it must be pretty good, so I appreciate it. It is pretty catchy, man, you know, so thank you for that. I'm glad you like it, Ramsey. Who that to you, brother? Appreciate you. All right. And big ups to all the great thing, great Saint Think Tank family members. What's up, Claude? He said, what up, Q? Stop playing with us. PJ, roasted chicken. I know, but who don't like some roasted chicken? You know what I'm saying? Who don't like some good chicken? Thank you, Claude. Who that to you? Kelly, what's up, fam? Who that to you as well? Jermaine Scobie, who that to you as well? Brother Tramal, who that to you as well? All right, big ups to you. What's up, Darley? Darley Snurley in the building. What's up, fam? And who else we got? I think that's Eric. What's up, Byron? Who that to brother Byron as well? Much love to the family members in the building. Much love, fam. Thank y'all for being here. Please hit the like button, family, if you hadn't had a chance to hit it upon coming into the live stream. Had a little fun early on, fam. You know, we're going to have a little fun on the Coma. That's what it's about. It's about learning, being entertained. I call it edutainment. That's an old title taken from the great KRS-One, one of my favorite albums. One of them from KRS-One was called Edutainment. That's the one for my hip hop people, old school hip hop people. That was from the album with Love Is Gonna Get You on there. Okay, so if you want to listen to that song, you can pull it up on YouTube. It's one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. KRS be dropping the knowledge on that one right there. I like that one. But yeah, edutainment is a term that I borrowed from KRS-One, and that's what we represent here on the Sports Coma, I like to think. So, but yes, as the title implies for this episode, this Thursday episode of TSC, PJ Williams, I'm back, and more Saints news. That's right, we're in the building with this one, man. And listen, you guys know what's up, Jesse. Who that to you? The reality is, who didn't see this coming? When you seen Troy Hill go off the board, when you seen all these other guys go off the board, you didn't get a sneaky situation, or not situation, but a suspicion that this was coming. I mean, I didn't really want to say anything to the Great Saint Think Tank about it, but Marco, thank you, family. Appreciate you, Marco. He said, man, I enjoy what you do because you're always on point, giving us heads up on the Saints information. Thank you, Marco. I appreciate you, fam. Much love to you. Thank you for your super chat, my friend. Big ups to you. Appreciate that. All right. Much love to you guys as well. Much love to you, brother Jerry, as well. But what's up, Johnny Rocket? Who that to my dog, Johnny Rocket in the building? KB, who that to you, baby? Much love. Now, listen, who didn't suspect that, fam? Now, over the last couple of days, I've been astutely looking at the cornerbacks coming off the board, and they're not incredibly expensive. You can actually, on this show rather, toward the back end, I can actually pull up the free agent data and show you guys exactly what I mean when we talk about the fact that who didn't expect PJ Williams was coming back. I thought about when it dawned on me. I'm gonna tell you when it dawned on me. It dawned on me yesterday. And I was like, you know what? I'm going over this depth chart and I'm looking at PJ Williams. He's not going to receive much interest. I just knew he wasn't. And another thing that should have hinted you, it hinted me yesterday. I was looking at it and I said, man, oh man, why didn't they cut Patrick Robinson yet? And when that happened, I said, uh-oh. See, we couldn't get Chidi Awuzie because Cincinnati beat us out of him. Richard Sherman is still another option for the Saints as well. And rumor on the street is the Saints want him. Peterson took a 1-year deal with the Vikings for $10 million. We put Jackrabbit in the street 1 year with 1 year left on his contract at $14 million. $4 million difference. Top-notch cornerback. Good compliment to Laddie Daddy. We didn't put Patrick Robinson in the street. I said, you know what? In my head, I said, man, the Saints going to sign PJ Williams back. I didn't think it'd be so soon, but they did it. So I mean, it's just, I didn't want to think it, but there's always those thoughts. It's like, I don't want to believe it, but it's true. I was like, oh my goodness, why didn't they put, and it kept hitting my brain because family members kept hitting me up on the comments and in the show saying, Q, why didn't we put Patrick Robinson sorry ass in the street? And it kept dawning. I said, man, I kept thinking. I said, they're not going to put Patrick Robinson in the street. they're going to hold on to Patrick Robinson and watch they bring P.J. Williams back. That's what said in my head. It said it in my head, and then P.J. Williams the next day was back. That's why I brought a little levity into the show when I started with I'm back from AZ. So I just wanted to break the ice with the fact, because I know a lot of family members are upset about that, man, about barbecue chicken, Mr. Rotisserie Stick himself, Patrick Robinson, P.J. Williams being back on the team. But, you know, we don't know nobody else. We don't know nobody else. And I gave several examples of cornerbacks that you could. Troy Williams would have been perfect. He was plucked from the day by Cincinnati. Or was it Cleveland? It was one of those AFC North teams took him. I won't say it was Cleveland that took him. You know, but Troy Hill would have been a nice pickup there. But word on street, Richard Sherman. I know people not excited about Richard Sherman. Say, Q, how you go from the Jackrabbit to Sherman? I don't know. I do not know. You know, I do not know. I'm not anticipating too much this free agency cycle, family. I'm just gonna keep it real with you on that. That's why I had to break open a little levity and a little joke starting. So I hope y'all enjoyed that, man. Much love to y'all. All right, now, family, we're gonna cover that. What's up, Marquise? Big ups to you. Says, man, let's be honest, the Saints don't want to win. It's hard, bro, to make a what's up, DLP? Who that to you, fam? It's hard, bro, to say, you know, about that, because how do you in this it's just pure laziness at this point. Now, don't get me wrong. PJ has some good stuff he do and some bad stuff he do. But listen, we done seen enough of PJ Williams. PJ is not his ceiling is not gonna go any higher than what it is now. I think PJ has already hit the ceiling and he's already declining. You know, he's in the league. It's been 5+ years, I want to say. He's been with the Saints for 5 years. So I mean, he's already hit that ceiling. The Saints drafted him. What was he, a second round pick out of Florida State? We need to stop going to Florida State to get our cornerbacks, man. I thought Florida State, when Deion Sanders was there, and then you had other guys that came from there as well that were pretty good. I want to say Jalen Ramsey. I want to say, what's the other guy that was actually pretty good out of Florida State? But we took some guys out of Florida State that really didn't live up to where we took them in the draft. P.J. Williams was one of those guys. Patrick Robinson is another Florida State guy. Both of those guys are Florida State guys who are terribly flawed as from a cornerback perspective. I don't know. It is pure laziness. I could pull you guys up a complete list of free agencies, those signed and those not signed, and show you exactly, you know, what I mean by that. Because the reality is, at this point, it has to be pure laziness that you're not going to look. Because you can't tell me you can't find a cornerback for $2 million. One of these other guys that have a higher ceiling than Mr. P.J. Williams. And I'm not going to hate on P.J. because P.J. has his pluses and his minuses. But the reality at the end of the day is people, don't expect people to get excited about P.J. Williams being back with the team when they know P.J. has already hit the ceiling and is already declining in his career. He won't get any better than what he is now. And instead of just keep looking at bringing the same players back or keeping these retreads, you know, and then they say, well, Q, it's all about the cap. You mean to tell me the Saints can't find a goddamn cornerback for $2 million that they got to go back and get a guy that get rotisserie all over the place? You know, I don't know. But I will show you guys in a moment when we get through breaking this news down. So please hit the like button up, and we saw over 80 of us in the building. But listen, we're going to celebrate the fact that P.J. Williams is back. You know what I'm saying? P.J. is back. And for some of the family members that missed the earlier portion of the show, I'm going to just let y'all know that we happy that P.J. Williams is back. Don't be hating. Don't be hating. Don't be hating. That's right. P.J. Williams, he telling y'all all. So all the haters out there, P.J. telling you he back in the building, man. That's right. And Patrick Robinson. That's right. The dynamic 9 duo is back. That's right. P.J. Williams. Couple. Oh, man. P.J. is back, fam. P.J. is back. Stop the hate. Stop the hate. Appreciate P.J. Williams. He's back. All right, now listen, fam. Y'all hit the like button as we get entertained here. We're going to jump up and I'm going to share my screen with the family members. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and join the realest and most entertaining show covering the black and gold. We in the building. Much love to the rest of the family members. What's up, Ivan? He says, down bad. Oh, big ups to it, man. He says, we are down bad if we celebrating PJ. No, Ivan, we ain't celebrating. We happy for PJ, but you know why, my brother? Because everybody loves some barbecue chicken, don't you? I know you like barbecue chicken, baked chicken, fried chicken, rotisserie chicken. CT Crusher, thank you, fam. Appreciate the super chat. Brother Crusher, thank you, man. Crush the like button. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, kid said, go ahead on freestyle, Q. I was about to, man. I'm like, nah, let me get to this news right here. What's up, NOG? Big ups to NOG Supremacy in the building. Brother JT, what's happening with you, fam? Good to see you. He says, burnt toast for everyone. I haven't said, if we down bad if we celebrating PJ Williams coming back, man. We got to show PJ some love, man. I mean, at least two of the key members of the Dollar Tree Quartet is remaining. We got Patrick Robinson. You have to replace Justin Hardy, but I'm pretty sure. Hopefully, we won't find any more trash cans. We'll see. All right. So with that being said, hit the like button, fam. We're gonna get on with this one. Let's see. So Ben on Beast says PJ and worse than Fred is up. Oh man, yeah, you said it, bro. Worse than Fred Thomas. Yeah, bro. I remember that. Yeah, that's PJ. In many opinions, man, some of the worst cornerbacks we ever had. You talking about guys like Toy Cook, Fred Thomas, guys like Alex Molden. When you say that, you just go, them dudes was I know, bro, they was terrible. You're right. And he's up there, man, but we keep giving him a chance. So with that being said, we're going to jump on over here and we're going to cover some news. We got several articles that we're going to cover today. We're going to get it over with. And we're going to cover PJ, man, and what's going on with him. So y'all hit the like button and appreciate y'all being here. KB, thank you, baby. Big ups to KB. Has became a pro superstar. All right, KB, much love to you. Appreciate that. Big ups to you, baby. Appreciate you. Superstar Louisiana boy. Who that to you, fam? Thank you for being in the stream. PJ Williams returns to New Orleans. 1-year deal. Peanut butter and jelly Williams is back. The Saints have assured the return. The Saints have assured the return of cornerback PJ Williams, agreeing to a term of 1 year worth $2.3 million. That's right, $2 million for PJ. The Saints selected Williams in the third round. That's right, I said second. I correct myself. Third round of the 2015 draft, and he spent his career in New Orleans. In 2020, Williams played 15 games with 3 starts. He saw action on almost 500 defensive snaps, almost 50% of those defensive plays, and another 111 on special teams. Now, Williams is just 27 years old. He made 40 tackles, had an interception, 2 pass breakups, and 2 fumble recoveries last year for the black and gold. So there you go. Now, for his career, Williams has appeared in 62 contests, almost the same as Marcus Williams, with 26 starts and has totaled 191 tackles, 5 interceptions, and 26 pass breakups. That pretty much break down at an interception a year that cornerback PJ Williams gives the Saints. 1 interception per year. He had 5 for his career. So with that being said, man, what's interesting is PJ Williams is back in the building for the black and gold. That's right. PJ, Patrick Robinson are still on the roster. Only thing the Saints have to do is sign another cornerback, and looking like it might be a guy like a Richard Sherman that they really like because he's Chris Richard. And they're pretty much putting together the same secondary they gave Aaron Glenn. What the hell you think Chris Richard's supposed to do with that? I mean, PJ Williams had decent backup numbers, but PJ played in a lot of starting minutes last year, and he just wasn't what we expect him to be. So with that being said, I often say it about PJ Williams, if you study the film on PJ, that he's terribly flawed with his technique. And what I'm saying is he's grabby and he's jittery and nervous. And what I mean by that is if you're a wide receiver, you can shake him out of his shoes easy because he already scared. And the reason why he's scared is because he knows his technique is flawed. Deion Sanders, where he came from, one of the greatest cornerback that ever played a game, who came from the same university that PJ came from, which is Florida State, said in many different interviews when he was teaching younger cornerbacks or defensive backs how to play the corner position, would tell them, do not look at the feet, look at the hips. They can shake their feet and dance and do all they want to do, but at the end of the day, it's not on the feet, it's the hips. They can't misguide you with the hips. PJ Williams studies the feet, and then he's grabby because he can't cover. If he cleaned up that essence of his game, meaning, paying attention and, the fundamental things, because he has the size, he's not as fast as you would want. He's a pretty decent tackle. He's one of your top 3 best tackling defensive backs. He ain't afraid to get in there and make a tackle. But the issue is his coverage ability, which if you study the film, you see that it's not good. Let me just put it to you like that. It's not good enough for a guy that was taken with a 3rd round pick. You expect him to be incredibly smooth by now. It's 5 years on the same team. And remember, he's had the same secondary coach for the last 4 years, and his technique is still awful. So hopefully Chris Richard can clean up and iron out parts of that game. But PJ Williams, in my opinion, been seeing what I've been seeing out of him. He exhibits the same bad technique year after year, which means it's not getting through. That's not saying that it won't happen this year, but the odds are if you put your money on it, you're probably going to lose it if you're thinking he's going to be a Pro Bowl anything. You're looking at this point for him just not to get toasted half the time the ball's coming toward him. So, sometimes he doesn't always know what he's looking at. Sometimes he misjudges things. He's a sound tackler. He gets in there. But like I said, his technique, study the film. And I'm speaking strictly as a guy that's studying the film, only observing and watching him play football, is that he is incredibly flawed with his technique. Coming out of the breaks with the wide receivers, he's not paying attention to the hips. He's grabby and holdy because he knows that he can't really cover him that well, which ultimately, it's just his awareness, game time management, know where the ball is going, his awareness and know where the receivers are, knowing how to win. And then another really annoying aspect of PJ's game from a scouting perspective is that he doesn't pay attention to the wide receiver. When the wide receiver is looking, he very seldomly looks back for the play. If he did, he would average more than 2 or 3 interceptions a year. Because they throw at PJ Williams a lot because they know PJ Williams is not a good cover cornerback. That's strictly due to the fact that PJ doesn't pick up on the context clues that his adversary, the wide receiver, is giving him. When he looks, you look. Very simple. And they tell him that. Whip your goddamn head around, locate the ball, make a play. But we'll see if Chris Richard can do anything with PJ Williams. But like the really catchy song by AZ says, he's back. How about that? All right. And another thing, more Saints news is Saints receive a 2021 7th-round draft pick for Malcolm Brown. We covered this yesterday. The information wasn't released on what it was going to be. And we said usually if they traded Malcolm Brown, it probably would be the 6th or 7th round pick. It's official. It's a 7th-round selection from the Jaguars for Malcolm. And really, it's not so much about how high the pick was. It was about just getting him off and getting a pick to replace him or something for him, because the NFL is going to take a pick or picks off the Saints because of the Kamara situation. So the Saints are kind of trying to add some extra picks, as many as they can, because they know they're going to have to build through the draft for 2021 and 2022 because the cap situation. We covered this yesterday, remember, family. If y'all didn't watch yesterday's show, go back and watch yesterday's show. We went over the breakdown of how the Saints got from over $100 million back from out of the red into the black accounting speak. And we covered all of the restructures, the trades, and everything that had to do with. Thank you, Dada. I see you, brother. Appreciate that. I'm sorry I missed you on that one, but thank you, Dada, for the super chat. Dada says, Q told you PJ was coming back. Yeah, bro. Dada might be having a crystal ball over there at his house. But yeah, bro, he is definitely back. You were absolutely right on that, man. A lot of people didn't want to believe that. You said that, and I thought about it yesterday when I seen they're not getting rid of Patrick Robinson. They should have released him by now, to be honest with you. And when I say they're gonna hold on, if they're holding on to Patrick Robinson, odds are they're gonna bring PJ Williams back, and that's exactly what they did. So pretty much you're looking at almost the same secondary as you had from last year. And people say, well, Q, what's wrong with that? Well, depending on who you get to match up next to Laddie Daddy, once the extension and everything gets done with Ramczyk and Lattimore, and depending on who is the cornerback opposite of Laddie Daddy, we'll see if it's an upgrade or not over the Jackrabbit. The Jackrabbit was the perfect fit for the team. Of course, they couldn't do the $14 million. Why not a restructure? They could have worked out a restructure. They just decided to go in a different direction. They could have worked out a restructure. I remember him saying he wanted to stay with the Saints. So the Saints could have worked out a restructure deal for him. Now, as soon as the particulars of the Tennessee deal become apparent, then we can revisit why the Saints didn't make the move based on the contract that Tennessee is going to give them. So I know it's a multi-year deal, but we'll see why they did just keep them together for at least the next 3 years and give some stability there. But, we'll see, man. It's just very interesting. But anyway, getting back to the article, according to Saints Wire, Nick Underhill reports that the Saints will receive a 7th-round pick in 2021's NFL draft after trading nose tackle Malcolm Brown to the Jaguars, which was confirmed by Brett Martell and Mark Long of the AP. It's not immediately clear which 7th rounder the Jaguars are giving up. They own two, at slots 229, the first round of the 7th, and then the 250 via trade with Arizona. We'll assume it's the latter of the two. And still, that's a nice return for the Saints, considering the Saints plan on cutting Brown anyway. Getting something rather than nothing is always good to see. His departure does create a hole to fill in the middle of the defensive line, even with a couple of young players weighing their opportunity. Shy Tutter and Malcolm Roach, I don't think they're ready for that smoke right now, even though they've improved. You've seen some injury concerns with Shy Tutter. He wasn't already there. Malcolm Roach was set down in different games as Coach Payton favorite, or Dennis Allen rather, went with Glasgow. The play in Glasgow actually played pretty well interiorly speaking. But do you really want to go that route? Or simply the Saints draft for interior defensive tackle in the 2nd or 3rd round to add there, or get a cheap vet? So I mean, whatever the Saints doing for agency is going to be cheap. They might have one flash signing, whatever this cornerback is going to be, but the rest of the signings is going to be pretty cheap and economical signings that we probably won't be starting seeing from a couple of days from now. Like they started off with the fullback from Carolina, and then of course you've seen them with the PJ thing, and then you'll see other moves later on, but not nothing to peer at. But for the curious, the last 5 players drafted by the Saints in the 7th round: Tommy Stevens, that was a waste. Alize Mack, remember him? That was a waste. Linebacker Caden Ellis is still on the team. Offensive lineman Will Clapp is still on the team. Running back Daniel Lasco, remember him? He was released. Now, he had injury issues. Ellis is the only player currently under contract, while Clapp is restricted. And I anticipate the Saints are supposed to bring him back because it'll be cheap. And here's the updated list of the Saints draft picks in 2021. NFL has not released an official draft order yet. So this is projections that could change slightly. So if you guys study that table there, you see that round 1 pick 28, round 2 pick 60. The Saints have 2 third-round picks, both compensatory picks, number 99 and 106, 1 4th-round selection, 134, 1 6th-round selection, 218, and then, of course, the one they got from the Jags, which is round 7, which will either be 250 or 229. Now, like I've said, just to throw that at you, remember the fact that the NFL is going to levy punishment eventually, probably before the draft, on the Saints for the season-long violation of the C-19 rules by Alvin Kamara, and the fact that Coach Payton was complicit with him in doing that, not enforcing it. That's going to be a hefty cash fine, and it might be a draft pick, might be 2. I have absolutely no idea. That's why the Saints are trying to compile as many draft picks as they will, because you can't be having people taking your picks already. The NFL already took a C-19 pick from the Saints, which was a 7th-round selection earlier this year. So we can't keep having our picks stripped away. So I mean, we're going to need the picks over the next couple of years, because you ain't going to be able to have that much flexibility in the draft, because you're going to be facing a similar situation in 2022 when the season's over in terms of cap. Not 100 million, but you're going to have some issues as well. That's why the Saints are focusing on doing it with the draft, and rightfully so. Some of our older and more accomplished players on defense are getting older. Cam Jordan's getting older. Demario Davis, Malcolm Jenkins. We're going to have to get some young talent to ultimately replace these guys in time. And it's coming soon. Watch. All right, Morgan, thank you for the super chat. Says, I love y'all, but I I set this season out. I'll just send money. Oh, don't be so quick to say that now, Morgan. No, just hold on, hold on. You might surprise you. All right, now this is coming to some other news right here, family. Bond set for $225,000 for the man who shot ex-New Orleans Saints star Will Smith. This happened back in 2016. This was totally a ridiculous thing to happen for these guys. And I remember covering it and watching the videos of how it all played out. It was absolutely horrible and terrible what happened between the two men, and it was senseless. It was stupid. And one man turned up dead, which was Will Smith. And of course, one man in jail. But both families were terribly ripped apart by totally something stupid and senseless. Will lost his life. This other brother was sent off to jail with his family, ripped away from his family, and Will ripped away from his family. Thank you, Cheryl, for your super chat. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank my family members. Thank the fam for your great super chats. Appreciate you guys. And the cash apps. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Much love to you guys. Thank you. So let's get into it. This is from the AP, man. And bail was set at $225,000 Thursday for the man who shot ex-New Orleans Saints star Will Smith in New Orleans in 2016 following a confrontation over a traffic crash. Now, this is terrible because, it was just stupid. Will ran into the man's truck. The man followed Will and then ran into his vehicle. And then they started jawing at each other. I don't know if Will was a bit tipsy. He had just finished eating at the restaurant with Pierre Thomas and a few other people. And then words were exchanged, and then guns came out. I don't know if Will had a gun. Some reports early on said he had one. Some reports say early that he didn't have anything in the vehicle. The lawsuit by the opposing lawyer was saying that the police took the gun off of him, stuff like that, and they were hinging, saying New Orleans police had something to do with removing a weapon out of Will Smith's, and they were protecting him to a degree. All this kind of madness happened. It's all rather senseless. There's no reason why Will Smith should be dead right now, and his wife, is missing him, and his children missing him, and his other brother who killed him is in jail, stripped away. This is all very senseless and stupid by two people that this is ridiculous, man. I just can't say no more than that. But Cardell Hayes is the man named. He was sentenced to 25 years in prison for manslaughter, conviction in Smith's shooting, and attempted manslaughter for wounding Smith's wife. But the verdict from the jury was not unanimous. Juries voted 10-2 and has been since ruled unconstitutional. So yes, that did change as of recent, where they're saying that I think it has to be a unanimous decision, not a split jury or 10-2 or what have you. And that is turning a lot of cases over that's in the court system. They're being thrown out. So it was not immediately clear when Hayes, who's not been free since his arrest, would be released. But it appears that the court and his attorneys expected him to make bail during detailed discussions about the conditions of his release pending a July the 12th trial. The bail amount set Thursday was far less than $1.75 million set when he was arrested and charged with second-degree murder. State Judge Burris noted that the prosecutors plan to proceed with prosecution for manslaughter and attempted manslaughter, not the original charge. She set bail at $175,000 on the manslaughter charge and $50,000 for attempted manslaughter. Burris ruled from the bench at the courthouse in New Orleans. Smith's widow, I want to say Rachel, is that Raquel? I want to say Raquel Smith and Hayes both witnessed the hearing over Zoom. Hayes insisted at the trial that he shot Smith in self-defense during a confrontation over a traffic crash, but he was the only trial witness to say Smith held the gun or fired it. A handgun was found loaded but unused in Smith's car. Now, Burris had delayed an immediate bond ruling at the hearing early this month, noting questions on whether Hayes could legally be tried on second-degree murder charge after the first jury came back with a lesser verdict. Smith's 34-year-old father of three was a defensive leader on the Saints team that lifted the spirits in New Orleans after Katrina devastated the city in 2005. He helped carry the team to a winning season in 2006 and a Super Bowl victory in 2010. Now, Hayes is a 33-year-old who owned a tow truck business and had played semi-pro ball and is the father of a young son. So as you can see, this is a tragedy on epic levels, man. Both these men, Smith was 34, his other brother was 33, all very senseless. All very senseless. All very senseless. Both lives destroyed because cooler heads didn't prevail, man. You know, and it's too much of that, man. It's too much of that. We got to get better, man, with this. That's the nose on that. Let's go to something a little bit more interesting in terms of I ain't gonna say uplifting, but a little something different from that. NFL announces new broadcasting rights deal with huge salary cap implications. The rich get rich, right? Well, there it is. It's coming from also Saints Wire. The NFL landscape changed a bit on Tuesday. And that's why these people keep Roger Goodell, to be honest with your family. That's why they keep Goodell. Goodell is a guy, he makes all this big money stuff work. That's why they keep this wretched bastard, to be honest with you, because he gets some money. So let's look at it. Announced a long-term agreement with its broadcasting partners, a stable that includes CBS, Fox, NBC, ESPN, ABC, and Amazon. And listen, for all my Patreon family members in here, for all the family members that are Patreon champions, I want to give you a shout out, and my YouTube members, but speaking at the Patreon champions, the new episode of On Q Big Q covers a part of this. It talks about the arrangement that 5 companies own all of the media in the entire country. And I ain't talking about just TV. I'm talking about print, social media, a lot of this stuff, all owned by 5 companies. It's a report on there, a video report that breaks it down and gives you insight on exactly. For the people that hadn't seen it yet, that are Patreon people, you feel free to go on there and watch it. It's available. It's been up for the last couple of days. It posted, I think, 2 days ago or a day ago. I don't remember. I do 40, 50 shows a month of overall content. So it's posted there on Patreon. If you want to view On Q with Big Q, our news show family, please feel free to join Patreon. You go on Patreon, it's $1 a month. There's several different donation tiers, but it's a lot of valuable information there that you probably can't find anywhere. So, for those who are Patreon family members, they can testify to some of this real valuable information that's there. But anyway, getting back into it, they're saying that that's great news that the new arrangement will bring in $10 billion in revenue each year for a decade starting in 2023. That's great news for New Orleans Saints and other teams that maximize their salary cap resources. Also great news for the league because it's set up like a nonprofit, like a charity. So, they don't really pay a lot of taxes. A lot of the things, the philanthropic type stuff that they do, like the cancer stuff, all that, it's a portion of proceeds that they collect, that they keep, and a portion that they send. And if they set up charity themselves, they get breaks where they can keep a large portion of the money because they use the charities or the 501c3s as an umbrella to brace against taxes. See, I know about all that stuff. And see, the common people or the regular working folks like me and you and many others are not privy to that because you have to, you can do it. To be honest with you, it's just like, I'm tired of hearing people complain about their taxes. Well, do something about it. Start a charity. It helps you from that aspect, and it's something positive to the community, but do it from a good position, not just to save money. But these people they just want to make money. But that's because the salary cap is directly linked with the league revenue, which is tied to these media contracts, as well as the other income sources like advertising, partnerships, stadium attendance, and concessions. And let me just say this, and I'm gonna keep reading the article. The NFL is reporting a loss, but really the loss of revenue that they got because the stadiums were restricted from an attendance standpoint, which impacted the parking, concession, merchandise, and all this other stuff. Guess who paid? They filed for that and got paid for that by the government. When they reported a loss, they filed. That's why you hear a lot of other teams fussing and complaining and bitching about they losing money. Trust me, you would have heard that by them. You didn't hear any of that. Matter of fact, in our case, Gail Benson, who's the richest person in the state, you can go back and look at the financials. Her money went up by $1 billion. So how are you gaining when they're reporting losses? You see, it's not really what it is. They had got the money before you got your little money from the stimulus. They got broke off before you did. That's the illegitimateness of this whole little thing that's going on here. I just want to talk to you about it some more, but I can't do it on this platform. Patreon, though, we'll have some talking on Patreon. For context, the NFL's previous broadcasting deals brought in $4.4 billion per year, and that was enough to see the salary cap rise nearly $10 million each season. Once the cap spiked in 2023, when this agreement kicks off, we could see annual cap rises that dwarf past expectations, which means they're going to make even more money than what they made in the years without the restrictions of the C-19. How is that even possible? I'm just going to leave you with that. So with that being said, by getting the key right now, the Saints rank 6th in salary cap commitments in 2022, which is 30 players under contract after the upcoming season. Even if they extend a handful of their top pending free agents, Armstead, Ramczyk, Lattimore, Williams, or each do new contracts in 2022 and hit on all 7 of their draft picks this year, the Saints will still have a dozen more vacancies to fill to put a team on the field. It's a complicated situation that seems to always be the case for the Saints in the salary cap, but they have managed it well until the intentional pandemic turned everything on its head. Now the recovery begins. They call it the reset. They're calling all of this a reset, and it's not a good reset. This is feudalism. This is an opportunity to control, take it totally over. It's already controlled to a degree. Because if you got people that can do all kind of illegal stuff with the banks, zombie banks, and then you bail them out, what's the repercussions for doing bad stuff? They're not going to stop. You know, they're not going to stop. So if you're giving dirty institutions more money, they're just going to keep going because that's how these people are. They can't help themselves. You got to stop them. But what I'm saying in terms of this is that the Saints cap situation and the kicking of the can is irresponsible. Let's keep it real. You would never set your house budget like the Saints run that team. You know, it's irresponsible to do it that way. That's why we keep getting to these points now. The C-19, all it did was bring it full circle, made it real again, made you start at the start point again. But had it been done correctly, we would not be incurring so much strife over the next couple of years. It would have been a smoother transition, what I'm saying. So I'm saying, hopefully we learning something from the cap economics of how to do the stuff the right way, so we won't have to keep being here, because in this new era, you might not be able to do what we were doing from the past. That might not be functional anymore. We're gonna have to make some adjustments. And adjustments mean doing it right. Doing the right work in any era of time. It don't make no difference. You put some bitch in the 1700s, the 1600s, 1500s, or put them way in the 3000s. It don't make no difference. Doing it right works in any era of time. Still knowing that the big bump is on its way is good news for everyone. For now, the league plans to enforce a flat cap in 2022, keeping it at 182.5, but that is expected to be renegotiated with the NFL Player Union. If the Saints can weather the storm of the salary cap restrictions in store for them in 2022, they'll receive a viable promised land, and they'll reach viable promised land in 2023. There are other changes ahead with the new broadcast rights agreements, like making primetime games on Sunday, Monday nights flexible, and limited Thursday night distribution, which you can get up to speed over on many other things. So you can go on ESPN and read the full article. They'll give you the particulars, but it's a massive deal of epic proportions. ESPN, ABC, all of the top-notch agencies. Amazon will have exclusive rights to certain games, and then NFL Network still reserve the right to broadcast certain games. So what it does is it reaches out to every network that is a network: CBS, Fox, NBC, ESPN, ABC, which is the same network. They got it split up right there. But ESPN and ABC is owned by Disney. You know, then Fox is a Rupert Murdoch company. CBS is also tied to these other special interests. And you know who Amazon is. They all are in bed with each other. So the NFL Network doing this deal is bigger than anything they could have had from the previous era before the restrictions come. See how it benefits some and not others, like it's planned to? But anyway, we'll get away from that. And the main subject of the matter is, of course, this story is PJ Williams and the Saints reach a one-year deal. So PJ is back, as we comically said so on the show. We cover that, of course, the 2021 7th-round draft pick, Malcolm Brown trade. We get a 7th rounder out of that family, just to let the family members know. In there as well. And big ups to the Saints that, bringing PJ Williams back, right? Big ups to KK504 and 404 Lady. Appreciate you. Breaking news. Big Q has #1 hit. He's back. He's back. All right. Bond set at 225 for the man who shot Will. We covered that, man. That's a tragedy. Very sad. Always hits me in the heart when I go back and remember this, because I remember exclusively watching the footage of both of those guys. Will bumped his truck, then he follows him around and bumps his truck. They get out and, they jargon back and forth, and then one brother ended up dead, one in jail. It's the same terrible story. We got to stop this, man. None of this should have been the case. This should have been None of them should have lost their lives. Will by killing, and this other dude by getting tossed in jail. Should have been smarter than that, most certainly. And of course, we covered the NFL news about them announcing a new broadcasting deal worth over $10 billion. 10 bill, not mil, bill with a B. Billion dollars. Massive. And of course, talking about PJ, and people say, Q, why is PJ Williams back on the team? You know, and like I said, without the obvious, reply to that, which would be, who doesn't like fried chicken? But, and what does that mean? Rotisserie chicken, whatever chicken or meat or whatever you want to put there, who doesn't enjoy, smoked goose or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what PJ is. And the PJ is going to continue to be that until PJ learns to refine his technique. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm on Sport Track right now. This is the 2021 NFL free agent list. And this is what's going on. Now, as you take a look, these are the cornerbacks that have been signed, by other teams. Will Jackson was released by Cincinnati. 3-year deal, $40 million with Washington. You see Shaq Griffin signing with Jacksonville, 3 years at 40. Ronald Darby, 3 at 30. Troy Hill, remember I talked about Troy Hill yesterday. He signs today, 4 years, $24 million. Right? In average, $6 million a year. Mike Hilton, remember I put y'all on game about Mike Hilton? He signed with Cincinnati, 4 years, $24. Chidi Awuzie, Saints were looking at him, trying to get him. He signed 3 years, $21 million. That's $7 million a year. Jordan Lewis went back to Dallas. Pat Peterson, everybody wanted Pat Peterson, 1 year, $10 million from Minnesota. Justin Hardy, he can go. Terrence Mitchell, who was another young cornerback, he signed with Houston. Look, 2 years at 6.5, which is 3.2. And they got other guys, as you can see, Akello Witherspoon, former 49er. He signed for 1 year, $4 million. Desmond King, who's another really good cornerback that you could have got, who's a special team ace. He got picked up 1 year, 3.5. PJ Williams, look, 1 at 2.3. And then, of course, you go underneath these guys. Rashad Melvin got signed today, too. They ain't showing his contract. And you see Janoris Jenkins, they ain't showing his deal. But when they do, I'll let y'all know so we can do the compares. Sidney Jones, another young cornerback, he went back. Robert Alford, another guy, he went back to where he come from. And who's left? Kyle Fuller got signed by somebody today, too. He got released today. So the Chicago Bears, this guy is the top guy on the board right now, Kyle Fuller. AJ Abuyaye, Malcolm Butler, Casey Howard, Trufant, Richard Sherman. Saints are in discussions with him. I'm being led to believe. Mike Davis is no longer on this list. He had signed for 3 years to go back to the Chargers. You got guys like Xavier Rhodes. Man, look at the list of guys that you can look at. You mean to tell me that you can't go get none of these other guys? Drake Kirkpatrick won't play for $2 million. I mean, Kevin King won't play for $2 million. Garyon Conley from Ohio State won't play for $2 million. Adoree Jackson probably won't. Brashard Breeland won't. He plays for the minimum. And he's a lot better cornerback than PJ Williams. What I'm showing you guys is the fact that there's several different people out here that you can go and look at that will give you great value at the cornerback position. And the reason why we're not looking at any of these guys, in my opinion, is the Saints they got lazy to a degree. When you don't want to go out and look for guys that can benefit the team. So it's much easier for you just to reach back in your back pocket and go to the same old two-step. Nobody looking at PJ. You know he ain't got a market for him. Let's just reach to him and give him $2 million. You know, and that's the take of it. It really is. We're not looking at anybody else to come in to provide depth that's not named PJ Williams. And don't be surprised if Ken Crawley comes back. You know, so I mean, it's just, I'm showing you guys why. Do their phones not work? Do any of these men not have any agents outside of, I know Richard is his own agent, but the majority of these other men have agents. Their phones don't work. You know, I can go into there and click on here and show you statistics, and their statistics is better than PJ Williams. They can come in here and do a better job, the same or better job than what PJ did with the Saints. We just don't want to go and look for nobody. You know, we're too comfortable with the same people. Patrick Robinson is a clear example of that. How do you cut Jack Rabbit Jenkins and said $14 million was too much money, but then you go to cut him first and not Patrick Robinson? Jack Rabbit was a Pro Bowler. Doesn't he deserve bread? But no, we know we're going to get rid of him and keep sorry ass Patrick Robinson who can't stay healthy. He constantly dealing with hamstring issues. It is unfair, it's stupid, and it's lazy. But it is what it is. PJ Williams is back on a 1-year deal. Patrick Robinson ain't going nowhere. You know, and look at all these cornerbacks you got here. All these guys here. You got Xavier Rhodes is better than PJ Williams. I would take him at $2 million. I would even pay a little bit more than that. I pay up under $3 million for a guy like Xavier Rhodes with experience because he's a better cornerback than PJ Williams. He is. Garyon Conley, in my opinion, has a higher upside than PJ Williams does. You know, these are former first-round draft pick cornerbacks that could be in wrong systems. We know what we're dealing with PJ Williams. He's not going to get any better than what he is. It's just what it is. Especially when the Saints are trying to, tether him into doing two things at the same time, like being a safety and then trying to be a cornerback. He doesn't do either one of them very well. So if you splitting his time in the room like that, then don't expect him to improve at one thing when you got him trying to do two things that he's not very good at doing either or. So I'm just keeping it real, man, about PJ. People are down on PJ Williams because they know PJ Williams is flawed. We've seen him for the last 5 years. The last 3 or 4 years, his technique isn't getting any better. He's still making the same boneheaded, get burnt, twisted, rotisserie ass moves that he's been making since he was a second or third year man here. We expected an increase in play. We didn't see that ceiling or that quantum leap from PJ that we was expecting. He never exhibited that. But what we're seeing now, and in my opinion, he's already hit the ceiling. And all you're going to see from PJ Williams is him going down from this point. I mean, he's 27 years of age right now. So what more you think you're going to get out of PJ Williams? 28, my bad. He 2 years off of 30. He already hit his ceiling. Everything he going down from this point. Saints signed him at $2.5 million. Welcome back to the Saints, PJ Williams. So with that being said, we're going to flash back. And once again, we got love for PJ Williams, family. We got love for PJ Williams. But, you know, like I said, and like we know, PJ Williams is I'm back. There you go. I'm back. PJ Williams, y'all. Put it together. Put it together, y'all. I'm DJ Q, y'all. I'm DJ Q in the building. We done turned into the TSC boogie. Come on now. I want y'all to put y'all hands together, man. Clap it up, man. Digital claps for PJ Williams. He coming back, y'all. Y'all come on with me. Come on. Y'all clap with me. DJ Q in the building, y'all. DJ Q. Come on, y'all. Clap with me. Come on. That's right. No love for PJ, y'all. Come on, y'all. Give it up. PJ, y'all give it up for PJ. Don't be a hater. That's right. That's right. PJ. PJ is back in the building, Saints people. Don't you dare. Great Saint Tank. Don't you play a hate. Don't play a hate. Don't play a hate, y'all. That's right, y'all. Welcome to Club TSC. I'm your host, DJ Q. And I'm in the building. We welcoming PJ Williams back to the fold, y'all. Y'all give it up. Give it up. Give it up. And also a little bonus, Patrick Robinson. He's saying I'm back. That's right, Patrick Robinson. Y'all give it up. That's right. That's right, Patrick Robinson is back too, y'all. And guess what? Guess who coming? Ken Crawley, y'all. He coming too now. Y'all clap it up. Y'all clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up. Y'all know y'all stop that hate out there. Y'all stop that hate out there and give it up for PJ Williams, y'all. Man, listen, man. It's all right, fam. It's gonna be all right. I know, but listen, this is how we cope with it. That's how we deal with it, man. Olden said this guy never gets cut. I mean, how? How could you get, how? You know, I'm turning into Big Chief Black Feather now, Brown Feather. How? How does he still make it? How does he keep making it? Do you not see the tape? How do you not see the footage of PJ Williams getting on the rotisserie stick? How? And then they saying these guys are smart? No, bro. It's no different mystical special superhero tape that they have that we don't have. We have the same tape on PJ Williams, stanking it up, getting burnt. We've seen enough of PJ Williams. Listen, y'all like PJ, man, but enough is enough. PJ done been here for 5 years, man. Can't we do? I just showed a list of over 20 cornerbacks on the list, and none of their phones working. None of their phones is working. We can't call anybody else. We can't call Xavier Rhodes and say, "Hey, Xavier, you want a job with the Saints?" Nobody else's phones work except for PJ Williams' phone. All I can say is, fam, I hear you on that. But that's what I'm doing. I'm dropping a little levity. Because I know a lot of people gonna be like, "You come on, man." I know. So, y'all know I'm an entertainer too. I'm a comedian, so I'm gonna do my best to make the family members happy and smile at some disaster. That's all I can do. Dada says, he says, whose song is that, Q? I want to add that to my AZ. His name is AZ. I'm gonna tell you who AZ is. AZ is who Nas got his style from. AZ was the dude that Nas created his style. A lot of people don't know this, but AZ came out, and if you listen to AZ sounds just like Nas, but AZ was out before Nas came out. AZ raps. He got a really great style, but that's AZ called "I'm Back." It's an old song back about 10 plus years ago. One of my favorite songs. And I thought it was fitting to play that song to bring some levity to the family, because I know when I said PJ Williams said in the tweet that he's back, I said, I got just the song for you, brother. A lot of people said, man, Q gonna have a field day with this one blasting PJ. I said, no, I ain't gonna be blasting PJ Williams. We're gonna have some fun this year. The hell with that. We're gonna have some fun. We ain't gonna let these people depress us. I ain't letting y'all ass depress us, We gonna come here. We gonna have some fun, baby. Let me tell you something. We gonna have some fun this year, baby. Let me tell you something. We gonna have a lot of fun this year. I'm just gonna tell you something. We gonna have some fun. All right. What's up to the family members out there? Appreciate y'all. That KK504 lady says PJ set for life, 5 years in the NFL. He's vested now. PJ 28 years old right now. I'm just saying, we could find better cornerbacks than PJ. The phones don't work. That's obviously what it is. Got the man on speed dial. PJ, you want a $2 million deal? Why? He played okay, but that's not enough to keep bringing them back. We need to upgrade the guys in the secondary. I don't get it. You keep Patrick Robinson and sign PJ Williams back, but put Jack Rabbit in the street. Well, QB couldn't afford him, so you couldn't make an extension for him? You couldn't extend him out? He wanted to stay. He's documented in reports and clippings that I played here all the time on the show. I show all the time here on this show that Jack Rabbit said that he wanted to stay because he loved playing next to Laddie Daddy. That he thought they formed one of the best cornerback tandems in the NFL. So it wasn't the fact that he wanted to go anywhere. That was just a bad call by us, not bringing him back. Thank you, Ramsey. He says Club Saint 2.0. Hey, you're right. You're right. Thank you for that, Ramsey. Thank all the family members for y'all super chats, man. I just was coming at y'all today, man. I kind of surprised y'all with it. But listen, I'm popping up. I'm just going to be entertaining and do what I do. I'm not going to let these people depress her. I'm not going to let them do it. So who that? Thank you, Ramsey. Appreciate you, fam. What's up, Randy? Who that, bro? He says AZ is dope. He says, but he made his debut in 95. Nas made his debut in 91. Them two are like Jordan and Pippen. Yep. He was there. I don't know, was it 95? But AZ was out before then. Officially, I don't know if he signed a deal. I know he was out. Even Nas said that, when he came out with the firm. But AZ was the dude that's the elder. He been rapping. Now, he might have got his deal in, but I know AZ was deep in them streets. And I know Nas looked up to AZ because I remember him saying that in many raps, that he took a lot from AZ. You know, a lot of people might not know who AZ is, but feel free to check them out, man. It's fun. Also, this is a bit off course, but I listen to a little bit of everything. But one of my favorite jazz groups, I was listening to them today. I used to listen to this jazz group, I don't know, back in like 10 plus years ago. You know, in the mellow out. And if you're a jazz person, it might be a little beyond you or whatever, but if you want to listen to something different than the contemporary jazz, try a brother called Sun Ra. I don't know if some of y'all probably heard of Sun Ra, but that's old school, man. Sun Ra is one of them. A lot of people, Sun Ra influenced a lot of people, including Beyonce and them and their people. A lot of people was influenced by Sun Ra. It was a jazz group back in the day. Kind of different, man. Kind of different. The brother said he was from Jupiter. This was way back in the what? Damn. 50s? 60s with Sun Ra and the Sun Ra Orchestra. Just a little something different. Check it out if you're into jazz or something a little different. Just throwing that at y'all. Got diverse taste. Thank you for that, Randy. Who that to you? Morgan says, PJ, I'm telling y'all that boy a backup dancer for What's up there? Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you. Rose City. What's up, Ro? Big ups to you, fam. Will in the building. Anthony, who that to you? No. Alex Anzalone is a free agent, bro. We don't anticipate him sticking around, but you never know. Real talk, who that to you says PJ got footage on Peyton. It must be the same footage that Tommy Lee had. He just passed it on to him. Makes no sense for PJ Williams to be on the team, but he's back. I ain't playing that song no more. Morgan says PJ was the chicken shack. He was at the chicken shack. All right. What's up, brother Dada? He said I just add that. Okay, good, bro. Good. I'm glad I kind of put that on people's mind, man. That was a pretty fly song, man. And AZ go off on there, man. He real smooth. Well, y'all hear it, y'all gonna hear it. He go off on there. Jamal says, Q, play Beyonce upgrade. Upgrade you. We need to send that to Peyton and say, man, what you doing, bro? What are you doing? All right, brother Jerry said, demand refunds. Defund the cornerbacks. All right. One more time. CT Crutch say, one more time, Q. What's up, Latasha? Who that, baby? She says, our secondary getting burned all next year. Remember when Rodgers tore us up? I know. Oh, man. Paul, you know what? Who's sad in this whole ordeal? Coach Rijard, the new secondary coach, he's saying to himself, what the hell did I get myself into? I should have took a hint when I seen Aaron Glenn running. He got goddamn roller skates and a rocket booster attached to his back trying to get out of town. You say, what the hell did I roll up into? He basically getting the same unit that Aaron Glenn had. You know, mine is probably one or two pieces, depending on what we do at the cornerback position. Perhaps we take two cornerbacks in second. I know we're going to draft something, but you know, where it goes, we'll see. True Louisiana say, I remember AZ being out before Nas. Yeah, he was out before. That's why I was saying and you go back to the earlier works of Nas, he attributes a lot of stuff in interviews to AZ. AZ is a dude, man. He was out doing it. It's just, I think Nas is a better storyteller. A little bit, Nas had the it factor. He had the ability to make you visualize stories, even if he participated in them or not. A lot of stuff he was rapping about, he didn't do. He watched other guys do it, and he immediately put himself in that position. But his ability, his innate gift to make you visualize what he was saying was why. And then he told a beautiful story in the most articulate way. I mean, then he was very knowledgeable as well. He was dropping knowledge, and he made dropping knowledge cool. I mean, he took it to a whole nother level, and he had something AZ didn't have. He took something from AZ, but you know, a lot of them take from the really good ones on the block that you don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, like the Roots. They had the brother that started the Roots, and he got killed, I want to say, or he died some kind of way. Jaguar Wrights were talking about him, but he was better than Black Thought. You know, and I'm like, better than Black Thought. Black Thought's pretty good. Damn good. The Roots is the truth. But they was talking about, I forgot the brother name. He was a member of the Roots early on, but they fell out. You know, I guess because a lot of them were saying they sold out and they got commercial, all that kind of stuff. But he was the one writing, and he was better. And I remember going back listening to him, and that dude was something special. So a lot of the ones that's really good, that they get their stuff from, you don't hear about those guys. You know, you got to, dig in a little bit. All right. Thank you for that, True Louisiana. Much love. All right. What's up, Kyle? Big ups to your fam. Good to see you in the chat. What's up, Morgan? Morgan says, well, I won't be second line this year. All right. You never know, fam. What if Coach Richard do something positive with PJ? The truth is, PJ, he have a new secondary coach. And the truth is, a lot of people, including myself, would consider Chris Richard an upgrade over Aaron Glenn. I'm just going to say that. No disrespect to Aaron Glenn, who played like 15 plus years in the league. But Coach Richard was the architect of the Legion of Boom. Aaron Glenn never did no shit like that. Now, he did have the secondary plan on fleek. That was pretty awesome. They was on fire for a while, but they wasn't so special where they got their own nickname. And a lot of people like the Legion of Boom. That was the secondary. The defense, they were so cold as a secondary that they named the secondary the Legion of Boom. People thought that was the defense. No, that wasn't the defense. That was the secondary called the Legion of Boom. So, I mean, Coach Richard is better at a lot of better, in my opinion, overall than what Aaron Glenn was. Like I said, no disrespect to Coach Glenn. But he will bring something different to the Saints secondary room, and he will help guys, meaning Marcus Williams, PJ Williams, the rotisserie boys, as I call them. He will help their games. How much will he help their games? I don't know, but anything is better than nothing. Maybe it's something that he can deliver to help PJ get his confidence back up to a degree, because, he goes out and expected to be burnt and then it manifests itself. It's just like, man, listen, like Marvin Hagler, who just passed away, the marvelous one. I found myself over the last couple of days just watching old footage of marvelous Marvin Hagler. I'm a boxing guy to the core. Before, really, truthfully, when I was a child, I was dealing with boxing. Coming up, one of my best friends is a professional boxer. So I got roots in boxing. That's football as well. Overall sports guy, but really a love for the sport. And Marvin Hagler was one of my all-time favorites. A lot of people like Sugar Ray, and he's cool, but marvelous Marvin Hagler was a dude. He waited 40 fights to get a title shot. Them people did everything they could to stop Hagler from getting a title shot. Think about that. He had to win. He had 40 fights before he get one title shot. One title shot. He had to fight 40 times. They refused to give him a title shot. Matter of fact, they had to go to the courts to force him. That's how mean Hagler was in the ring. And then when he finally got one against the guy, they cheated him out of it. And he came back on the press conference and said, you can't leave nothing into the hands of the referee. Same stuff I say to this day. They cheated him. He came back and he knocked the piss out of everybody. I'm just going to be honest with you. Super disciplined, super focused, in excellent condition, even up until his death. Marvelous Marvin Hagler was he was mean and disciplined. He was a perfect fighter. One of my favorite Marvin Hagler fights. Y'all feel free, if y'all boxing people, to look these fights up if you hadn't seen them. The fight against Hearns was you talking about that. Some people consider that fight the greatest fight in boxing history, when Hagler and Hearns. And it was blow for blow. When the bell rung, they was throwing up until it, and Hagler, and remember, Hagler was a guy that knocked damn near everybody out, but he had a granite chin. He had cement in both gloves, and big old Tommy Hearns was in there again. The hitman came up in there, knocking out everybody, demolished Roberto Duran, destroyed Roberto Duran, knocked him out. And Hagler got into the fight with him, went 3 rounds with him. And Marvelous was a lot shorter fighter than Marvin. And then Tommy the Hitman Hearns. And he went 3 rounds and knocked Hearns out. Knocked him out. And I was like, man. And I enjoyed a lot of fights watching Marvelous fight, man. But he often spoke about conditioning and in respecting your job and in taking your craft serious. And that's something PJ Williams need to learn to do. But at 28 years of age, is it too late? We'll see. We'll see. But Coach Richard is a guy that's well respected. He was the architect of that Legion of Boom. He helped put them guys' mindsets together. We'll see if that's something that he can do for this rendition. Malcolm Jenkins is there. Maybe Marcus Williams needs some new instruction. Perhaps PJ Williams. But I'm telling you, he's better than Glenn. He'll add something plus to that room. And like I said, anything is better than nothing. He's not going to come in there and just drag him down. He's going to uplift him. But how much farther, I have absolutely no idea. I'm going to just keep it real with you. All right, thank you for that. Tramal says Cam Chancellor was popping everybody. I know, but he had something special going on there. He gonna have something special this year, so we'll see. Latasha, our defense has gotten better, the boy, because I remember in 2015 secondary. Woo. Rose said, Will Dixon said, man, I remember remember the box back in the day calling ordering videos. Yep, I remember that too, the box. How about that? All right. What's that? Patrice Robbins says Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas made the Legion of Boom. Yep, on the back end. You got to have strong safety play, to be honest with you. Absolutely right. Cam and Earl was spectacular, man. They were awesome, man. What's up, Jay? Jay Huntsberry in the building says Earl Thomas is a free agent. I don't think they go with him. Latasha says people really think boxing real. That stuff is scripted just like WWE. Yeah, it's one of the most corrupt sports. I'm on the record saying that. Boxing is one of the worst. I mean, it is absolutely directly impacted by the mob. I mean, it's out of all of the strongholds where they strong at. The cool part about it is, you know, I'm part Italian. And that explains a lot why I like spaghetti and pasta and everything. Put chicken parmesan and all these, that explains it, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? That explains why I like all of that stuff. I am part Italian, seriously. And I was, when I was in school, I was a history dude, so I studied a lot of history. But I really got up on my game with that side of things, man. And man, they were everywhere, wherever it was. Like Sonny Liston was one of their guys. He was a guy that was in. I mean, it goes on and on and on, man. And I done seen stuff like in boxing, being a historian in boxing myself, where fighters were doped. I seen, just the stuff that most people don't see. But you're absolutely right. It's one of the worst in terms of corruption. But, it's cold-blooded that, we talk like when I did all my research on the old mob people, like Luciano and all these old guys from back in the day. And I'm like, often find myself saying, we know about the structure back in the day. But if I was in that, and I would say to myself, as a historian, what could we have learned from that? And I would say, well, we learned that they were too wide open. If they were more if they were more secretive, they probably would have gotten a lot further. And that's why you don't hear from them today. See, they learn from their mistakes. None of that really went away, man. A lot of them dudes elevated and shifted their stuff to corporations. So that's what they operate as. And on high like that. So I mean, that's why you go back, think about it from a historical standpoint, when beer and all that was illegal, you couldn't gamble, all that stuff legal now. So who really won? So I mean, anyway, that's a little truth talk right there. But anyway, big ups to the rest of the family members, man. Thank you for that, Latasha. You're right. That boxing is one of the most notorious out there. I keep it real with you on that. All right. Patrice says, Q, we have one of their cornerbacks and he was sad. Okay. Which one are you talking about? Jay says Sugar Ray stopped Hagler from being perceived as great. Yeah, but if you go back and look at that fight, Hagler, that fight, really, he was upset about that because Hagler felt like he won that fight. And if you go back and watch that fight, he put some pain on Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray got a lot of respect because Sugar Ray ran years from Hagler. And Hagler stepped away, and then Sugar Ray came back and said, listen, we'll have this fight. But Hagler chased him for years, and Sugar Ray was scared. And really his trainer didn't want Sugar Ray to fight Hagler. See, and if you have a good trainer, the trainer going to keep you away from somebody he know going to tear your ass up. And that's what goes on in today's fights. Styles make fights. And Hagler's style would have destroyed Sugar Ray when they were fought, and Sugar Ray knew to stay away from him. So he would tell him, stay away from that dude. And Hagler knew it. Hagler wasn't afraid. He was a guy that Sean Porter, who's a welterweight today, mirrors his game after. He's a nonstop pit bull. He comes after you when the bell say bing. Hagler's in your face all the way from the start to when that bell dings again. He's relentless, and he has, like I said, he hit like a ton of bricks, both fists. He had a granite chin. His head had extra muscles in it. You could punch him all top there. You ain't knocking him out. So I mean, he was only 5'9", but my goodness, boy, he beat the shit out of people in the ring. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, man, one of my all-time favorites. Rest in peace to that man. Really was sad to see him go, man. Really sad. All right, thank you. Anthony says Lakers finna beat up on the Hornets. Let's see. Ramsey says, hey Q, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So I guess, well, PJ's only 28, so I don't know if you would consider him an old dog. You know, what's up, Michael? Who that to Michael Nelson? Who that to you, fam? Good to see you in there. He's 28 years old, Tramal. So, I mean, what's up, Tramal? Who that to you? I don't know, Ramsey, if you would consider him an old dog. Ramsey W. Ramsey U says, Sugar Ray waited until Hagler was, yep, that's right. Tell him, Ramsey, was completely down and out before he fought him. Sugar Ray, everybody thinking he fought him at the right time. No, Marvin Hagler was chasing Sugar Ray for years, and Sugar Ray was running from him. Let me tell you something from somebody who know what they're talking about that boxing shit. He ran away from him for years. But see, Sugar Ray had the public perception. Everybody loved Sugar Ray. Everybody loved him. He was flashy. He was articulate. He was intelligent. He was smart. And Hagler was all that stuff, but he didn't. But he had that mean. You see, Hagler had the bad guy look. He was bald head with the goatee, mean and always scowling. He had the bad guy look. So that wasn't a fan favorite. Sugar Ray was. That's why Sugar Ray made a lot of money. But remember, he held the belt from 1980 to 87. He was a champion from 1980 to 1987. That's how long that man held that title. And Sugar Ray ran for that man for years and caught him at the back end. Matter of fact, he stepped away, and then Sugar Ray came in and said, I'll fight you now. And then you go back and look at that fight. Many people said Hagler won that fight. The way Sugar Ray was doing, he was coming in there at the back end of the rounds, throwing flurries to steal rounds from Hagler. Go back and watch the fight. I've seen it a dozen times. It's one of my favorites. But that's why Hagler was pissed off, because when after the fight, look at his face after. He was pissed off. He was pissed off after that fight. And what happened? He tried to get the rematch. Sugar Ray wouldn't give him the rematch. And he retired after that. That's how Hagler ended his boxing career. He was so pissed off at the politics. Sugar Ray Leonard would not get a man the rematch. He ran from him after the rematch, wouldn't give him the rematch. He got so pissed off, he retired and moved to Italy and became a movie star. Check it out. Check it out. He became a big time movie star in Italy. He moved over there, became a major movie star. Left the boxing game, never to return. Go look it up. And that's what it was. Sugar Ray, he said it in one of his videos like 6 years ago. He's talked about what happened with it. He said Sugar Ray was running from me. He didn't want to give me the rematch. Kept making me jump through hoops and all this kind of stuff. Sugar Ray knew he was going to put some pain on that ass, man. He knew that. He knew Marvin Hagler was going to beat the shit out of him on that second fight. Sugar Ray wasn't no fool, man. He knew styles make fights. And most of them dudes be running from guys. Like in today's boxing, I always be on the Ring Kings boxing, dressing down these fighters, fussing and calling them out for talking slick on social media, but won't even sign a contract to fight each other. These men out here talking more than the women. That's why I got more love for the women boxing game than with Shields and all them out there than I got for the men. The men out here talking more than the women. That's why I said, man, the men talking more than the women out here. The women handling business. The women out here fighting the best fighters, fighting the best fighters. The men need to be ashamed of themselves in the boxing game right now, man. And they need to take a lead from the women. The women doing it right. All these dudes, Javonta Tank Davis and all these dudes out here on the social media fussing and cussing, I whip your tail, but they don't want to sign no contracts to fight each other, man. Shut up. That dumb stuff. Anyway, let me get back to my stuff. I'm going to tick out on this. Big Country says, what's up, Big Country? Big ups to your family. Says, I was in New Orleans last. Oh, what? Big Country said he was in the city. He had a vacation. All right, Big Country. Good. Who that to you, bro? Good to see you in the chat, man. That's right. I said who that to Big Country, who's an Atlanta Saints fan. So big ups to the Atlanta Saints. Much love to my dog, Big Low Country. Love it. All right. Big ups to the family members. Jay Hunt said, I agree with y'all saying 100, but I said perception. All right, Will say, Big Country, let me find out you was in New Orleans. Okay, say he a dirty bird. No, bro, ain't no more dirty birds. Big Low. We already discussed this months ago, my friend. There was just no more Atlanta Falcons. We already said why. You guys had to come to the city of New Orleans or to the franchise of your most hated rival to get help to win. You are no longer the Atlanta Falcons. You have now allied yourself with the Saints, and you're now a province of the Who Dat Nation. It's almost like when the Romans would come and conquer your ass. They'll tell you some shit like, hey, listen, we kicked your tail. Yeah, we kicked your tail. Mm-hmm. I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to let you have your own country. All right? But you're going to pay taxes to us, okay? And we got to handpick all your leaders. And you can't have any weapons. And, oh, yeah, you got to pay taxes to us too, okay? Okay? But you can still name your own. You can name whatever you want now. Y'all are never gonna live this down. That's why you don't never do that. You don't never go to your rival looking for help. You don't do that. Don't you do that. Don't you ever go to your rival to get help. Your most hated rival, you came and got his assistant general manager and said, hey man, we can't win. They had 1,000 general managers in the world. They came to the city of New Orleans to get the manager to say, hey, bro, help us win. And Terrafano says, you know what? I'm a good guy. I'm going to help y'all win. You're never going to hear the end of this. You're never going to hear the end of this, Big Lo. I know Big Lo said, you know what, man? That's absolutely true, bro. Listen, man. We are now a province of the Who Dat Nation. You're a province. Oh, you're a province of the Who Dat Nation. You're a province of the Who Dat Nation now. You are officially the Atlanta Saints. Bro, don't you know? Bro, you took our stadium name. We had the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Y'all took the name. That was a prelude right there. And we go, man, we're going to try to do what the Saints doing. Oh, my goodness, Big Lo. I love you, brother. I love you, Big Lo. I love you. But don't you ever go to your enemy team to get somebody to help you. You're never going to hear the end of this. You're never going to hear. Oh, man. Bro, I'm telling you, if anything gives me happiness from this season coming up, it is that. It is that. It is that. Yeah, listen. I'll take happiness with that. Big Lo says, we'll send y'all taxes on the first of the month. You got to, bro. You're a province of the Who Dat Nation now. That's why you're no longer the Falcons, my brother. You're now the Atlanta Saints. I'm telling you, bro, you're a province of the Who Dat Nation now. You got to pay taxes. All right, man. Much love to the family members, man. We in here having fun. I appreciate all y'all being here, man. I really do, man. I really do. I got love for y'all, man. I appreciate y'all being in the building. DLP says Lopez wants Tank Davis, but Mayweather won't let it happen. Lopez will whip him. See what I'm saying? It's supposed to be the best fighting the best. And these guys is too much influenced by the handlers. The handlers, the stuff that's happening with Deontay Wilder, the heavyweight division is one at a great time right now. The heavyweights have returned. But it's all gunked up with Wilder and Tyson Fury and Joshua. You know, it's ridiculous. Errol Spence and Pacquiao. I mean, it's so much, man. You know, it's sad. But at the end of the day, the women doing it big, man. You don't see none of that with the women. You don't see the women, the best fighting the best. Clarissa Shields kicking ass from east to the west. She's the GOAT, what she calls herself, the GOAT, the greatest woman of all time. Listen, man, the women don't do that. The women don't talk all that stuff. They get in that ring and they work it out. These guys out here talking more than anybody. Too much talking. Too much talking. And then you see all the reports is about talking. Well, Deontay Wilder told Gary Russell Jr. to shut the hell up because I'm going to whoop your A. And I'm like, that's a report? Really? You reporting on gossip? Oh, my goodness. Listen, let me just go ahead on with it, man. Let's just keep it going. State of the Pelicans, who that to you, fam? Much love to you, Big Country. Said, hey, man, it's all love. I know. Much love, Big Lo. I feel you, my brother. It's just all love, brother. I'm just messing with you, my brother. DLP said my homeboy Terrafano left for the Falcons. Sad but true. Yep, he running Falcons now. So listen, family, I appreciate y'all for chiming in on this episode of the show. It's almost 10 o'clock. I just wanted to drop in. And I know y'all thought when y'all guys, what's up, Oz Mike? Big ups to you, bro. OZ Mike in the building. What's up, fam? Good to see you. Who that to you? This is the thing. You know, with PJ, man. PJ is back, man, and we had to have a little levity with it today. And I hope that story didn't depress you a bit. I know Brother Jerry, seemed like it ain't make Brother Jerry's day. He did not want his ass back on this team. But hopefully the show brought you some entertainment today. It made you smile, made you laugh on this Thursday. You know, made you happy, made you smile. I think I did that today on the show. Because it could have been a very depressing show, let me tell you. You know, it could have been very depressing. But good grief, man. But at the end of the day, man, the Sports Coma is always entertaining and a delight for people. And it makes us entertain and laugh. So that's a great part about it. So with that being said, we're going to get ready to tip out. I want to give a big shout out to the family members and let them know that if you're in the New Orleans area or, you know, an area period, go to your grocery stores and get the Weedat seasonings. You know, you see them on screen right there. And these are in Rouse's, you know, they're all over the place. You know, they're there. But if they're not in your local grocery, ask them to get them. And if they don't get them, there's a website there, Weedatscore.com. That's WEDATSCORP.com. Get those seasonings and cook with them. There's 3 different flavors, the sweet heat, the garlic parmesan, and the Creole. I got all 3 of those flavors. And how I found it was my sons were in there shopping with me. And they pointed at it and said, "Dad, look." And it was the Weedats, because they recognized the logo because we eat at the Weedats restaurants down here. So I thought it'd be good to show some love to the family members. And these are Whodats. These are downhard Whodats, entrepreneurial people with great spirits and souls. They're excellent people. And I just want to spread some love to the family members and tell everybody to support their products. They make great products. They have great food at their restaurants. And I want you guys to go to the website and go buy these seasonings, man. Show some love. If you got Zataran, and I know my dog Tragic is in the 504. Check out Weedats if you got time. Tragic, you and your family. Go try, Google Weedats and see if you can go ahead and get you something to eat. Or if you're if you're around a grocery store, go in there and get you some of them seasons. If you got Zatarans or Slap Your Mama or any of that type of stuff, go ahead on and add Weedats into your cupboard there. Go ahead and get that and add it in there, and show some love for some true Whodats. So with that being said, we're going to tip out on that. So much love to the family members, man, and appreciate. What's up, Neville? Who that to you, fam? He says, "Hey, Q, in the latest fighting, they have a dude fighting." I know about that, man, and I don't know what to think about that one, man. I don't know if that's fair. That's not fair, man, for a guy to be in there with the women. That could be really bad, man. That could be really bad. And that could be really... Oh, my goodness. Where are we today? They got a guy in the women's sport fighting the women, but he don't classify himself as a guy. But he had the equipment of a guy when he was born, but he don't see himself as a guy now. But he's a lady fighting in boxing. But he has a men's strength he's classified as a lady. But he's a man, he got man's strength fighting a woman. I mean, and that's some kind of ways. It's not, if that doesn't compute, does not compute. I mean, that's an advantage. He can really hurt those women, or she can. Hey, listen, shit. Good grief, man. That's not a good advantage there. I'm just saying, man, you can't have men and women fighting. You might feel like you a woman, but you got a man's strength. What if you get mad and start hitting that lady? I mean, come on, man. That's the reason why they made woman boxing and man boxing. It's a different, because most of the time, not all the time, because they got some women that'll beat the shit out of a man. Let me tell you something. They got some tall women in there that'll tear you up. They got some short women that'll tear your ass up. So that ain't got nothing to do with it. But majority of the time, the man he gonna have a little bit more strength than the lady. Most of the time, she gonna have to pick up something and get up, knock him upside his head. But most of the time it's like that. Not all the time, but most of the time it is. It just seems that ain't cool, man, for that to go, because if you get mad and beat on, it can really hurt them women in there, man. That could turn out real bad there. Anyway, that's the subject of a whole nother color. When we get an opportunity, family, I'm gonna be back tomorrow. We're gonna open up the lines for communications on our Friday show. And like I said, we'll start it off about maybe 5 o'clock tomorrow. We'll open the lines for about 3 hours. And we'll chime in with you guys' thoughts and your breakdown and what you feel about what's going on. We'll cover all the latest news tomorrow, whatever happens on our Friday show. And of course, we'll open up the lines of communication so the family members can chime in and spit their game and express themselves on the moves that was made over the week. And we'll go at it like that. And then, if we have a lot of calls, I'll post like a 5-minute timer so that everybody have an opportunity to jump in and be heard. So we're gonna get a little bit better at that. So with that being said, I'd like to ask all the family members to feel free to subscribe. If you aren't a subscriber, I'd like to thank all of our moderators. Thanks. Big ups to all our Super Chat family members that Super Chatted and Cash App. Much love to y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do. It goes into improving the platform. We dedicated. We produce well over 40 shows a month between several different platforms. The Pelican Post Game Report is later on tonight, too, for my Pelican people. Those links in the description section. Also, feel free to join the Patreon. That helps out the platform, patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. Link in the description section, and become a YouTube member. I appreciate all the family members who became YouTube members tonight and upgraded YouTube membership. So to all you guys, I'd like to thank you for the guys that share and the family members that sharing the links in their social media feed, sharing the links on Reddit, sharing the links on Facebook and other places that they socialize. I thank you profusely. And as well. So with that being said, I'm going to tip out. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow on the show as we open up the lines and we go at it. So I'm going to try to get Swade on tomorrow. You've been kind of missing in action. I'm going to see if I can line him up tomorrow. If I can, I can. If I won't, then you'll know tomorrow. So with that being said, but at least I'll hear from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Big ups to y'all. Much love to y'all. And I'll see y'all later. Who that take?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Swade, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, who that nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma.